In this series of videos, I'm going to offer my perspective on some topics that pertain to the Second Amendment, guns, our community, the industry, and our history. I'm calling it Mansplaining 2A. Here we go.
That gave me time to come up with one that I've also had. I think you could have multiple shows on, and that is truckers. There's a massive potential, and in so many ways with 2A and truckers, and again making headways and legal resources, getting things, newsletters around. Can you imagine a newsletter that got distributed hand to hand by truckers? Like, what would be the consequence of that kind of distribution? Like that shotgun news I was just looking at. I would definitely be down for printing a publication that you could never buy in a store. You could only get it by a trucker, and it would just be up to truckers to figure it out. There'd be no infrastructure. It would just be up to truckers who felt like doing it to try to figure out how to get it around, and it would depend on their interest and ability, and then there would be nothing to stop it. You know what I mean? There'd be no way to stop the distribution because there'd be no distribution. It would just exist, and that would just be super neat.
The fact that it's not centralized is a really good idea. It's also one of those things where it's not a subterfuge, but you have the advantage of, because it does grow up from the roots and is distributed, hopefully, to those willing and those that would support it, and without their detraction.
It would get weird, but it would be effective, and it would be cutting edge, right? It would be neat. And I don't think it needs to necessarily be like lethal. It could just, be like, oh, it's going to solve everything. I just think it could be a neat effort too, just to be like, just like a cool zine or something, just a way for people to get active and interested and have some fun. And there doesn't have to be one, obviously. It could just be a new phenomenon, a new thing.
And when you mentioned zine,
and then NFT them so that we're cool and trendy.
And when you mention zine, that reminds me of the DIY ethic. The do-it-yourself thing is exactly what the genesis of these kind of ideas are. And then, finding the fertile ground to place them on or entrust them to is something that I think we should all be confident about. If we're not confident that we're able to understand and pass on what we appreciate, then, it's like, find something else to do. Networking has been something that's been part of the discussion throughout the evening. That's what we're doing right now. It's good stuff, fellas.
So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org.
Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourages you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.